Oh my God, I'm not going to pay $600 for a fucking photo booth at my wedding reception.
Are we getting invited to this?
I mean, I'm.
Wait, did you just think about no?
No. What I'm trying to say.
You thought
is,
about
Well,
no.
I mean, I'll cut you off at the pass. So, like, how big's your suite going to be? How much room do you got in there? Like, I mean, am I crashing on a couch? Am I crashing on your floor? Like, keep them. I've gone to many weddings, so I'm hip to it. I know what goes down. I'll just be quiet in the dark.
do you normally stay with the bride and groom?
Of course, man. I mean, where else am I going to stay?
This is like
you don't put David Hinkle in his own hotel room at a wedding.
This is like some you, me, and Dupree shit. Like it's you, me, and Dave Hinkle.
Welcome to Word Rango, the game show where dictionary definitions produce knowledge and comedy. 4 words enter, 1 word leaves, and is crowned champion. Our steely nerve competitors: a writer, another writer, a voice actor, and that other guy. And now it's gloves off and set your dictionaries to fun. It's time for Word Rango. Here's your host, Mike Suzek.
Welcome to Word Rango. My name is Mike Suzek. It's episode Cuatro y Seis. Eh?
Hey, you get on out of here. You speak the language of the podcast country. You hear me? You hear me, boy?
I am joined by Bob Ball.
No time for pizzle, Dr. Jones.
Dave Hinkle.
Howdy, y'all.
And Ryan Lewis.
Buenos dias.
Buenos dias, senor.
No, I'm just kidding. I speak the Hispano quite fluently, so continue.
Sounds like it.
Yeah.
This is going to be a really cultural episode.
Yeah.
Do you also speak the West Spanel or just the East Spanel?
Well, is that before the wall was torn down, or is that? I mean, like, what are you talking there?
That was before the lexicon vernacular wall was torn down. What do we do? What do we got? You know what we do? We give you guys words and their definitions, and I'm gonna be blunt with you guys. You're not doing your share. And by share, I mean that specific word, share the show. I'm going to say it now. Normally, we're all like, disclaimer stuff. We always say this at the end, right? Yeah. And when we say it at the end, all of you fuckers are like, oh, well, it's all over. I can stop listening now. I know who won. Nope, not this time. I'm telling you right now that I need you to share this episode by tweeting it and Facebooking it and iTunesing it and live journaling it, and blog spotting it, and
Or I know this is crazy talk. Or you could just in real life IRL tell your friends.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Word of mouth.
I know that we don't do that nowadays.
Open up an Angel Fire page. I don't give a fuck. Just do it. I mean, the point is I'd like for your homework this week, dear friends, because it's not just listeners. Like they're all friends to me. Is trying to help spread the word, on what we do here. And it's a lot of fun, and I can prove to you that it's a lot of fun based on the sheer fact that last week we kind of had a tie between Dave and Bob. Bob was pretty adamant that Dave won. So because Bob was...
No, not anymore. Not anymore.
Because Bob was...
That's all fixed now. I won.
No.
I took down Dave in hand-to-hand Mortal Kombat.
History. Come on.
Okay, so I guess, do we need to do a toss-up?
Oh, snap.
I guess we do.
I think so.
Is it a staple of the show?
Yeah, I was originally going to give Dave the go-ahead, but I guess if it's between Bob and Dave, let's go to, hey, I'm at Merriam-Webster right now, and there's the thing called Spanish Central. So, because
Great
it's
idea.
Spanish Central...
Is that not Espanol Central?
Sure. So what I'm going to do is pull up a Spanish word that is a feminine noun, and let's say it starts with an N.
Cabeza.
And it when you say it, it
Rosetta
also
Stone.
kind of sounds like a star that maybe exploded or something, I think.
Nombre.
No. Let's click on the actual thing. And
Nova isn't a Spanish word, dude.
Nova.
That's part of it. And then
Supernova.
not yes, but
Are you? This is the dumbest thing. Nova, no.
Negativa.
Yes.
Dave wins. Noveno, something like that.
Novano.
Dave,
Noveno is not a word. What the fuck are you looking at?
It sounds like a
dude?
bottled water brand. Drink Novano today. Quench thy
Dave-
thirst.
I don't
spell what you're talking about. 'Cause
Look,
it's confusing.
I was planning on just giving you first word anyways, so we're just going to go with it, even though you did just win, but I don't want to break Bob's heart with that. So, Dave, you have first word this week. You won it technically last week with Pizzle. I want to see if you can top that. What's your word this week?
All right, my word this week is car king. Anybody want to take a stab at how that's spelled?
So
Jesus.
Car King, is that CARKING?
Yep.
Wow.
So this is like the commercials I see of the guy like every Saturday afternoon. I'm the Car King. And he's got that guy with like that big inflatable thing with like the flailing
the
arms
wavy
that go
tube
everywhere
man.
right behind him. And he's trying to sell me like a 1973 Toyota Corolla that smells a little like paint thinner because they had to get all the blood out of it. Is that the same guy?
Well, like, I mean, the windows don't work that well, but think of the gas mileage, dude. You're going to be saving so much money on gas.
Yeah, it's because it's diesel.
Oh, God.
But it's all one word smushed together, car king. That is it.
Okay, so the thing I hate about this word is all three of us have the same thing in our heads right now.
No, we don't. No.
Okay, then you know what? Ryan, if you think you have something different, I would love for you to go first,
It is
please.
totally okay. So here's what it is. So like if you're watching TV, like you're watching some Fox News late at night, and you see these infomercials and stuff like that for your what are those things called? Like the little scooters that the old people ride, like a little
like Vespas or something.
no shit.
Jazzies.
No jazzies.
Oh yeah,
That's
no,
what I'm
I know.
looking at.
Yeah,
The hover round.
hover round.
Yeah. So basically, what happens is like so these little old ladies that are just kind of maybe like been standing in the kitchen too long, or something's been going on in their life where they've just kind of got this distorted figure, and they develop cankles, right? So what happens is when they're riding on their scooters and they're trying to find a good parking spot, they can't do it. It's not parking. It's so hard to do with those log legs that they have. And so it's called carking. And so what they have to do is basically counterbalance like their cankles in order to get it so that they can actually cark. Yeah, it's actually a verb, carking. So they can cark their jazzies in the right spot when they go to the grocery store and whatnot. That's what carking is.
So now, do they have to pass a test to drive those around? And if so, do you have to parallel cark?
You definitely have to parallel cark. You get your cankles measured, and you learn like different kind of techniques to to turn and twist your cankles in order to be able to cark. I mean, it sounds like it would just be something easy, but you really got to rotate that weight from one cankle to the next.
Yeah, that's a whole physics exercise there, it sounds like. Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. You know what I mean? That's the thing. Like, we underestimate the elderly, but like, you know what? These women that develop these smooth cankles, these nice it's not easy for them.
Let's be fair. Guys do too. Us dudes, we get big.
Yeah, don't
and we need
discount the
those
guys'
things too.
cankles.
Sure, but it's a different...
That's in my future, so...
Yeah, but, and it's not even a sexist thing. It's like dudes, they get fat in the gut. I feel like, there's some figures, there's some, mostly women that kind of develop that nice... like round log leg kind of a thing like that. I mean,
I get what you mean. Yeah.
So I guess you could say like certain things like cankles are kind of more aesthetically pleasing or develop better in certain genders as opposed to the others. Like, I mean, think of the other things we've brought to light on the show, like dewlaps. Like, who has the better dewlaps, guys or gals? Yeah. Like, it's
they're all good to me.
Everything looks the same in the dark, right?
Dewlappable. I will lap a dew any day. If it's a dude's dewlap.
Oh, it's getting necked.
Dude lap?
It's getting so necked.
Dude lap.
So as far as carking goes, I mean, I'm trying to picture the counterbalancing that's going on. Do you actually have to stick your legs like out into the path of something else potentially in order to really swing yourself around? It sounds like it.
Yeah, I mean, it's really this whole movement of like you're kind of shifting your arms a little bit, but mainly moving the cankles and then saying something about how you want your country back, about how, kids are whippersnappers. It's all part of there's definitely, you can go to school to learn how to become a better parallel carker and just learn better carking in general. I mean, it's not just the cankles, it's like a full body, and some would say a full state of mind to be in.
Definitely.
To be able to cark. Yeah.
Yeah, because like each of these motorized scooters are all different. They're all different types. So not all of them have like the blinker lights to show like what you're doing next. So maybe you have hand signals you have to do too. But the problem is if you start waving your arms wildly, it's going to throw your whole balance off to begin with. So you have to actually be much more methodical than you would actually parking a car, it sounds.
Oh, sure. And you also have that added thing of where, people think that you're like, having a seizure or something like that when you're doing that. So you want to kind of cool it on that a little bit.
Now, can we do a competitive sport like extreme carking where you have to cark your scooter in like tough to reach places, like on top of some sort of like plateau of some sort.
Oh no,
you gotta
dude!
get your way up there.
It's actually it's like that. You remember that human Tetris game from Japan? It's like that, except you just have old ladies on hover rounds trying to squeeze through tiny holes in the wall.
Human Tetris or whatever it is.
Yeah, without getting knocked into a pool of water.
Yeah, Dave knows all about this. He watches Fuel TV.
Yeah,
3 in the morning
to Fuel TV.
Except instead of fuel, like the fuel it takes is like, a large, almost car battery. I don't know. Yeah. Anyways, fucking carking. Damn you, Dave. Bob, give me your guess.
Tonight at 9 p.m. on Fuel TV, it's Gangster Grandma Carking. So carking, your best blouse, your finest gold earrings, and that special velvety eye patch. It's time for Pirate Fest!
Uh-oh.
Listen, you and your buddy Lance pile into his 1982 Toyota Crapola, the one that kind of smells like hobo mixed with used Taco Bell with a hint of mysterious raccoon. It's a 4-hour drive to get to Pirate Fest, and in that time, with no air conditioning, you two perfectly coiffed pirates look like you have devolved into drag queens following a night of hair pulling and good cries. Your Jack Sparrow eyeliner is running down your face. You've got armpit sweat that would make a longshoreman feel shame. It's beginning to dawn on you now that Lance's car didn't smell nearly as bad as you do right now. You're finally ready for Pirate Fest. You fit right in. Your transformation is complete, and that is carking.
So if you're carking it good, you're absorbing the smells around you in a 1982 Toyota Crapola or whatever you said. Okay.
I'm just relieved that there were no centurions harmed during the definition of carking.
This time. Right now, Bob is like looking down at his notes, and he's like, "I am gonna write down centurions for the next one."
Let me
Wait,
write
Bob.
that down.
Are the centurions in the room right now? Blink twice if they have a spear to your neck.
Are the centurions touching you in a place that your bathing suit covers?
Just so we're clear, Dave. Yes. That's some weird ass foreshadowing you just did.
And Ryan also, that is a multi-layered question because it depends on what areas of Bob's body his bathing suit covers.
He has a full body bathing suit.
He would have like the full body, like 1920s bathing suit that the men would wear, that striped and like goes from like just above his knees all the way up and has sleeves to it and everything.
Like Bob's constantly like doing those contests at like the circuses and carnivals where he's using a mallet.
World's strongest man, and he doesn't look like he has any muscles. And he's got this big curly mustache.
This all makes sense.
He comes in riding like one of those bikes with the fucking enormous front tires. See, I'm the strongest man here. I'm gonna dive in this pool, and all the water is gonna come draining out with the sheer force of my cannonball.
He has to drink like some elixir before he does it too. It all makes sense.
Because he's like a snake oil salesman, so he's selling that elixir.
Well, that's because he's the world's strongest man.
Right. I'm the strongest man by sheer force, by me drinking this elixir here.
Dr. Jones, powerful elixir. Yes, you can feed it to your children, of course. Watch me hit this thing. Yes.
Car King, me. I'm so happy that you guys didn't take the obvious one, because I am. Car King is most definitely is a premier regional car salesman. His dealership ranks in the top 30th percentile in all car dealerships in the Tri-County area. He's very proud of his work. The Car King shows no mercy to all of his customers. The Car King is a kind king. that will definitely
Benevolent
get
ruler,
you.
that's good.
He would love to get you in the sedan right now. The Car King.
I bet he would.
The Car King will happily allow you to take any of the cars on the lot out for a test drive. But if he catches you going past the county line, you're due for an execution. You're right for a hanging, a flogging. He will put your head on a spike just outside the dealership walls to warn all of the other potential car buyers. The Car King is he is, I say he shows no, he is a merciful king. He really is. But the Car King likes to use his subjects as examples for others. So if you fuck up, the Car King then is going to, let's say you come in and you try and haggle him down and you're unsuccessful. The Car King will then, he'll make an example of you. I don't know. I mean, the Car King is the best. He's the finest. I'm thinking that this would be a good spot for some sort of Car King commercial.
Ooh.
He's royalty. He's maybe wearing a crown, sitting in a throne.
Now, here's the thing, though. In a fight, who would win? The Car King or the Wiz? Because, nobody beats the Wiz.
Nobody beats the Wiz.
God.
No.
Just like Michael Jackson's The Wiz.
No, man,
I'm pretty sure Car King would just give him a thorough
The
beating.
mattress salesman from Seinfeld, dude. Nobody beats him. He's the Wiz. Like, nobody beats him.
So have you been watching a lot of Seinfeld lately?
I know. I feel like you're straying from your roots, man.
I just thought we were all human beings with good taste, and we agreed that like the Bible of modern life is Seinfeld.
Seinfeld,
like
yeah,
the first
and
thing
I
in
do
my
agree with
brain, like anytime I have to refer to anything, it's like, all right, let's go into the Seinfeld catalogs in my brain and thumb through.
I'm just wondering what improv classes you took where they said, all right, now the first thing you do is none of this yes and bullshit. What you need to do is try and think up what Seinfeld episode.
What would
is this
Seinfeld
from?
do? Yeah.
What would Jerry do? Yeah,
What would Jerry do?
No, it makes Dave. You're spot on, and I'm glad that you're kind of straying from your Pokemon.
He's licking the same Cosmo Kramer poster that every fucking 19-year-old guy has in his dorm room right now.
It's not called the Cosmo Kramer. It's called the Kramer. And yes.
I'm so sorry.
And yes, absolutely yes.
And yes, he's staring at it right now.
Yeah, I'm fondly thumbing its nipples.
So the Car King.
Wait, yours is like a 3D poster? Mine's just 2D.
So the Car King. It's pretty great. We should just, I don't know. Let's just get the definition for this. Dave, what the hell could this possibly mean?
All right, Car King is an adjective. It is not a verb. And it means to cause distress or worry, to be burdensome or annoying. So you are
That's
all
awesome.
Car King idiots. So not only do you sound like, you're mispronouncing curse words, you're also being very astute and verbose. So good for you.
Thanks, Dave.
No problem.
Wow. I mean, I'm
Kiko,
surprised to hear that kind of
Kiko,
definition to come
Kiki.
from this.
Car King.
Car King, Kong King, King.
Yeah, I mean, when I look it up, it says her carking doubts. Like, what?
Yep.
That's pretty great. Mid-16th century, President Park's woman,
Carking
which is pretty sweet.
hard.
Sometimes she's overwhelmed by the carking anxieties of being a single parent.
Aw, that's nice. Let's get to our next word.
it?
I can't get away from that faster. Bob, you were the almost winner last week.
No, alternate
Just like in
winner.
life.
And as a result, I'd like for you, Ryan, to give me your word this week.
Oh, do you see what he did there, Bob? That was, yeah.
What happened?
Here's the thing, Bob. You're going to be glad that I'm going, because my word, I'm bringing it this week, all right? There's no doubt about it here. Because my word this week is titty nope.
Oh, titty nope.
Titty nope.
Yeah, I mean, you want to pronounce it like titty? Nope. But it's
Yeah.
titty nope.
Titty nope.
Wow, Dave, take a crack at spelling this quick.
Sure. I'm going to say TITTIKNOPE. Titty nope.
No, that's in reference to Parks and Rec about Amy Poehler's boobs. But no, that's incorrect.
Okay.
That's a Seinfeld spinoff, Dave.
Yeah, Dave. Sorry to not put it in the app of the environment of Seinfeld. Okay, yeah, go ahead. Do you want me to spell it? Because I will.
Yeah, just fucking do
I mean, it's got really quiet. I'm like, dude, I can just solve this for you guys. Like, I know there's a lot of suspense.
No,
going on
spell
here.
the thing.
Yeah, so Titty Nope, or sorry, Titty Nope is TITTYNOPE.
Shut up.
Literally exactly how it should be spelled. It is spelled that way. This Car King stuff. Wait, I guess that's spelled the same way.
Yeah, that's
Still.
spelled the same too. Wow. Titty Nope. Where the hell do you guys get these words? Whoever you're paying for these words, you are making a very good investment. Dave, I'd love for you to go first. What do you think Titty Nope means?
All right, so like America was founded by prudes. We all have a bunch of our own weird sexual hang-ups. Some people it's got to be the lights off and under the covers, and others are like down with rope play and biting and stuff. So Titty Nope is a subset, like a fetish subset category, almost a phobia category, if you will, of people who can only have sex when they have the top on and the bottom's off. So it's like if it's a guy, he's wearing just a t-shirt and he's like going to town. If it's a girl, it's like bra on. No, don't touch the boobs. They're off limits. And this could be for any number of reasons. I mean, some kind of sexual trauma, just really, really sensitive nipples, a lack of nipples, an ugly breast disease. Like, there could be all these different reasons, but that's
No
essentially
top half of a body.
If you've been de-nipped.
Yeah, so it's like
You're just legs.
I mean, it's unfortunate because nobody wants to see a guy with a t-shirt on and just like hanging brain. But like, there are some people out there like your Never Nudes from Arrested Development who like can't, he's always wearing a Daisy Dukes. It's kind of like that. So it's a feeling of vulnerability. You've got to keep them titties covered up because titties, nope. So
That's okay. And see, now you've got me thinking what other sorts of combinations there are. Like someone that is naked, but they they only wear socks and gloves.
Well, there's Kissy Nope. There's like, you got Kissy Nope, so you have to put duct tape over your mouth and you can't kiss.
Oh, shit. I was thinking that it was going to be naked, but you wear kiss makeup.
It's just like you both fight over who's going to be like, I don't know.
Who gets to be Gene Simmons.
Yeah, who gets to be the cat guy. Like,
his name is actually Cat Guy.
Yeah, well,
it's the brother to Cat Stevens.
It has to be.
It's weird. The surname, they actually went for surname first for that family.
Jeez. No, I mean, like, seriously, there's like infinite combinations of things you can do with nope and sex, basically, like butthole nope, right? Which is like a pretty common one, right? I mean, I think for the most part. Rex Ryan, everything but footy nope.
Footy nope is everything but, though, for him.
Yeah, everything but. Yeah, because I think most people are probably like, yeah, I kind of don't want to have sex with your feet. Or, some people like to wear socks when they're doing it, or shoes, or boots. I mean, you guys wear boots, right, when you're having sex? Just me?
Well,
okay.
You have to you're knocking boots. That's
That's why you're wearing them, right? That's what I've been taught. That's what my dad taught me. It's like, no, you wear the boots when you're knocking boots. It's called knocking boots.
You actually you have specific boots for knocking boots.
Yeah, your sex boots.
Your sex boots.
So I think we passed over the fact that his dad taught him. Now wait, how did this teaching go down? Was
Bob,
he like in the room?
Did your parents not have the talk with you?
You didn't have the
Listen,
mannequin?
my mother attempted to have the talk with me like 2 weeks before I first got married.
Oh, so you never heard about the Larry Bird and the bees? You never got that talk about how Larry Bird goes around and bangs a bunch of bees, and like that's how life happens.
Hey Bob, did she call it ballin'?
Oh, it's so simple, but I like it.
Use your balls. Use your balls.
Oh, it's the 1-2 punch, the Larry Bird, the bees, and then the ballin'. He got me.
I don't even know. So for Titty Nope, I like your guess, Dave, but we need there has to be something else with Titty Nope. Bob, what do you think Titty Nope means?
Okay, for starters, either I had almost chosen this word at one point in time, or we have used it before because I know the definition.
Oh, you do. I know that we haven't used it. In fact, I'm worried that we've used mine. We'll get to that later. But
mine's Dicky Nope, because I know this is a more dick-themed podcast. Yeah. Let's be honest.
No, mine's going to be Titty Nope, and I'm going to be like, I swear to God, I've heard this before. Bob, so you know the definition.
I do.
Go ahead and disclose it.
Okay, so Titty Nope. Let me set the scene for you.
Okay.
You're getting ready for a big piano recital. Okay. I mean, the concert hall is filled, the house lights dim, the applause starts, and you walk slowly out to that grand piano in the middle of the stage. As you sit in front of that Steinway, you begin to think that perhaps this joke has gone a little too far. You recollect back to talking to your boss about needing a night off from work. You wanted to go hang out with your friends at the new Guardians of the Galaxy movie, but instead you had to lie to your boss and say you had a big piano recital to go to. Why did you tell him it was your recital? Why couldn't you have just told him it was your niece Kaylee's recital? No one would have cared then. But now you had to go and rent a big hall. You had to find a grand piano. You had to get 500 people to buy tickets, and you have no idea how to play the piano. You sit down, the applause dies down, and you can only play the one thing that you know, which is chopsticks. And that's Titty Nope.
So
topless.
it's like you're like a fat fingered dude who lies his way into like the premier, the upper echelon of pianists. You basically pull like an Adrian Brody, and yet you like sit down and you can't play. Like you just can't. You're like shit.
I love the idea of him having used this excuse. Like he uses the same excuse. I have a piano recital. I can't.
So committed to
and it works most of the time, but it doesn't work sometimes, and yet he still does it. So he winds up getting himself into this jam and has to figure out how to get through a piano recital without having actually played the piano. So you start inviting like guests to play and for you to stand up and sing or to do piano duels, and they'll like, you know, your opponent in the piano duel plays and you somehow get away with not or something. Like you make it into a comedy act. You like make balloon animals for the kids in the front row. I mean, yeah, there's like, I love the idea of this being a whole series, like just unending. And this is like episode 15 right now.
I can get into it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
I think this is actually episode 46.
Oh, fuck you, Bob.
Well,
Bam. Dropped it.
Nope. Titty nope. I am up next. And Titty Nope. So this is the part of the show where I make some sort of joke about how I don't know what to say. And and that joke is just wearing thin, you guys. I have to stop pretending that I don't know what to say and start getting real with you. Not only do I not know what to say, but I'm stalling right now.
Good. More realism.
Hey,
I like that in my
Caesar,
shows.
do you want me to pull a Dave and give a definition of my own word?
Nope. Nope. Titty nope. Because I will tell you that the reason I don't know is because I'm looking at this word and I'm thinking, Ryan is lying to me. And Ryan, you're lying to me because you're not telling me the correct word. The word is actually Titty Note. Now, if you guys are familiar with Evernote, it is an online program that you can use on your mobile devices to store notes. And it's great.
Forever.
And the best part is that if you make a note, like you're like, oh, to-do list or grocery list, you store it on your iPhone, let's say, or on your Android device, you can sync it so you look at it on your computer and on other devices. It's fantastic. Evernote is great. Evernote's fine, but Evernote doesn't serve your everyday like they advertise, but Titty Note does. Sometimes you gotta pull one out. Sometimes you just gotta get a quickie. A selfie quickie, as the biz call a real quick spank.
You like sneak off to a public toilet to fucking jerk it?
Sometimes you just the urge is there. You can't think about anything else. It's been like 2 weeks, and you're like, oh shit, this has got to happen. So what do you need to do? Well, not all of us have great imaginations. Okay, you can't just conjure up some sort of crazy mental image of Jean-Luc Picard, and God, that was the first name I could come up with. I really regret that right now. There has to be. You can't conjure up some image of.
Jean-Luc Picard.
Shit, I'm still stuck on Jean-Luc
I
Picard.
think it's Jean-Luc Picard. I think we're all thinking the same thing.
Once he
right
gets
now.
in your brain, he doesn't get
maybe
out.
Patrick Stewart, I guess.
But that is Jean-Luc Picard.
Yeah, but he's not as hot.
Oh, fuck, it
Yeah,
is.
but yeah.
So, anyways, you can't just conjure up some image that you so desire that would get you off. Some of us need a little help. And for those of us that need help, look, you can't just keep transferring all of your favorite quick little porn files, you know, be they images or videos or animated GIFs or Vines or whatever else you damn kids use nowadays, like Snapchats that you took the screenshot of because you're all pervs. Don't Snapchat, people, not sexting. Like, come on. But what, you know, not everybody has the means to do that, so they use Titty Note. Titty Note is a great way to store images of your choosing and sync it over the cloud to your favorite device. It's the, you know, preferably one you're carrying on your person, so that way when it's time for a quickie, you've got material right there to get you going. And it's basically, you know, syncing stuff on the go. And they have a store that you can buy goodies from, like the latest Hustler or the latest Jugs.
Latest Jugs.
Because this is 1995.
You can sync digital magazine subscriptions through that, you know, because some of us like to read it for the articles, you know. And that's Titty Note.
See, the thing is, like, Titty Note's cool. I really like the existing form of Titty Note that you just described, but I think, like, there was a version of it before that didn't go anywhere, but I thought was a pretty compelling idea where essentially you, like, write things down on, like, a computer app where you'd have to, like, remember something, and then later at a certain time of day when you were supposed to be reminded that, like, a woman would just show up and, like, take off her blouse and it would have, like, a note written on some titties, and it'd be like, oh, that's right, I gotta go get milk because I'm going to this bris in an hour.
Wow,
Thank you,
tie in
titties.
there.
I saw it.
The one
I saw what you did there.
That's good. The one that you're thinking of, Dave, is Sexy Siri. Sexy Siri is always
Siri.
there to remind you, and
Right. Yeah.
it's a
Siri, do I
good
have an
app,
appointment?
but you know, it's fun.
And when she gives you directions to the store, they're going to be wrong, but you don't care because boobs.
Yep, basically. But I mean, the thing though is Titty Note has a very it's a nice succinct name, but the name is nice. But it doesn't, you know, it can be used by anyone for anything, you know. I mean,
Yeah.
you can upload your own images. You can get ones from a whole marketplace that's geared specifically towards racy, you know, sexy images. You can have ones that are non-nudes. Some people prefer
do they
that.
have dad porns on there?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Nice.
Ooh, what's that?
That's like when it's a video, like when you search your name and you put it in, and then you get a video of like an old man sitting down with his son and like reassuring him and telling him how proud he is, and you just like insert what your name is. So it's like if you want a quick fix, it's like, Dave, you know, you're my son. I'm proud of you. I love you. That kind of stuff.
Yeah, or like you're on a business trip and you have to get home just in time to see your son pitch in his first Little League game.
Right,
and
right.
You
right.
get home just in time. That is definite major dad.
Before you get kidnapped by Captain Hook, that's.
Oh shit! I was thinking of Hook.
Yeah, you stole it.
Fuck.
Oh my god.
Fuck.
Yeah. No, I mean.
Run home, Jack! Run home, Jack! Run home, Jack!
That sounds exactly like what Titty Nope is for.
Yeah.
Run home, Jack.
Comma.
Good.
You're welcome, Internet. You're welcome, wherever you are.
Right, Bob, after that joke, I need you to put in some sort of crowd applause, or like, can we get some canned laughter?
Or gross.
Oh, no problem.
That would be really helpful. Ryan, what does Titty Note mean?
I mean, so many applications, so many ways. I mean, that just the Titty Note alone. Like, I thought what you were going to talk about was that it was like just ASCII boobs. Or then I thought you were going to talk about like, oh, it's a note that like, you know, when you download it and then it just basically has like a nice Sharpie of what that reminder is that just writes straight to your boobs. So you can just look at your shirt and be like, oh, cool, I will go buy some milk. Oh, my dad is proud of me. Right, Dave? I mean, that's kind of how that works.
I like how you're going back to the jokes that we made because your definition's going to suck.
Yeah.
No, my definition is awesome. Basically, my definition is a titty nope is like, you know, you've got a bunch of friends over, kind of a thing like that. Like, this isn't going to be like a Bob Ball definition. I'm just kind of setting the scene a little bit. Oh, shit, it is a Bob Ball definition. Anyway, centurions are there, of course. You're in a supply closet. But yeah, no, a titty nope is basically a small quantity of something left over. So like your friends are over at your house and like you've ordered a pizza or something like that, and there's just like a little like sausage or pepperoni just kind of lying in the box, and like, hey, can I have that last titty nope? And you're like, you flash your boobs and say titty nope, but then you just say, yeah, you can have that titty nope if you want.
Right.
So a small quantity of something left over is a titty nope.
I mean, that's interesting. I feel like that's something we need. Like, we need that as a word, but it's got to be a practice that's going out of style. Because, I mean, maybe I just hang around with a bunch of fatties, but like anytime there's like a little, piece of pizza left or like a little bit of chicken tikka masala or something, it's like, oh, there's a little bit left. Might as well just eat it, So we're always gobbling. It's titty yes for us, but
that sentence never happens. You're gonna suck that up like a Dyson.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, I more look at it as like, like our social security for the future, basically. Like, what are you going to live on for your retirement? Yeah, I'm going to live on the last titty nope of it, basically. That's what my plan of retirement is.
And I think you emphasize the term leftovers, but I mean, maybe you are in that situation, and let's say the last wing is available. You're at a Buffalo Wild Wings, and the last wing is available from the whole bunch that you got with your group. And that's when that's a titty nope. That's the titty nope wing. And then you can I think maybe then what you can do is just be like, titty nope. And that's when you're calling that you're taking the last one.
I like it.
Don't you think?
More appropriate if it was like a chicken breast, probably.
Well, yeah, of course. But I mean, no, but
nope.
It's that way there's a practical application for the people you hang out with, Dave.
Yeah, absolutely. And, I'm proud of you guys because we just we shape so much of the current social landscape. I mean, we've got titty nope situation all lined out, cleared up. We got cheap jack all lined up, cleared out. Like,
yes, we do.
We're helping people get to the root of these wonderful little happenings in our everyday lives.
You're making me think about the entirety of Word Rango's dictionary.
Yeah, which is just huge. It's massive.
There's just so much. Like it or not.
Like it?
Oh, Ryan, you weren't here for that. I hate you so much.
Yeah, I'm off with you.
God damn it. I hate when that happens. Bob, strike that out from the show. Now I'm just pissed off.
Yeah, I'll take that out in post.
Who's next? Let's see. It's between me and Bob. Well, Bob, you came really close to winning last week.
No, I did win.
No, you were like basically
just like this week.
You were basically like runner-up. Okay? So because of that, I will go next. My word this week is nubbin.
Oh shit, Chandler Bing. This is like a fucking Friends episode, dude. Am I right?
I know that there's a 99% chance that you guys could rattle off whatever the definition is. That's fine, but I want you guys to try and reshape. Dave, you talk about reshaping how society, the backbone of society works because of this show.
Well, I mean, I've already got this in the bag, dude. You want me to slam dunk it right now?
Sure. Real quick, let me just tell everyone. N-U-B-B-I-N.
I-N. I would have guessed E-N.
Nope. N-U-B-B-I-N. And now, in case that changes it for you, otherwise, go for it.
No, actually it doesn't, because it shares a lot in common with lippin', which, as you remember, if you've heard our previous shows, lippin' is when two fatties make two mouths on their stomachs and mush them together and make out. Whereas nubbin is actually the secret handshake of paraplegics. So, it's like, if you've ever seen Terminator 2, it's like whenever you have like a secret establishment, like a speakeasy, or say like the home of the human resistance, you have a dog at the door waiting to like bark at people that are like, shapeshifters, machines inside of rubber skin, what have you, people that don't belong, right? So paraplegics had to come up with this way to identify each other without, when they don't have their dog around with them. So they came up with the secret handshake, which involves kind of pressing their nubs together in a certain manner, and that proves identity to one another. And from there, it's a lot of gallivanting, and they're a real upbeat people, the paraplegics. So they just have fun and do all that stuff. But that is what nubbin is.
Nice.
Oh my god. Fuck.
You know what? The part that makes me the most sad about today is I haven't even given my word out, and I know I'm going to lose.
Yeah.
Dave's word is not the best, but I know he's still going to win.
You're like freaking, I mean, you guys, this reference is probably going to fall flat for a lot of you guys, but like, this is like, you're like the freaking like New Zealand in the World Cup. You're like, you know what, dude? I'm just showing up. I'm just happy to be here. I'm just going to enjoy the sights and the sounds. And,
But you know what? Zach's was great last week. Except for the fucking definition. You got to really... Like, you have to write in to Merriam-Webster, Bob, and just tell them, look, I need this word for this week's episode. I need you to change this right now.
Can you just punch this up just a couple of notches?
Yeah. Because, good Lord. Yeah, nubbin. And that, I'm just shocked and appalled, Dave. I'm shocked and appalled.
Well, hey,
the secret fucking handshake for paraplegics.
Well, dude, I mean, you act like just because I, went to Philly prep school, I haven't spent my adult years, traipsing the globe, mirroring the life of Anthony Bourdain. I mean, that's me too. I'm out there. I'm amongst the people. I'm eating the street food.
No reservation.
Yeah, no reservation. Yep. Exactly.
I'm just picturing Dave as Anthony Bourdain, and that in itself is fucking great. Oh fuck!
Be a little shorter, a little wider, but would say water. That's about it.
That works. Bob, what do you think nubbin means?
Well, for starters, I know that nubbin is that thing on the back end of my dog because we had their tails snipped. Actually, I didn't. I mean, they came that way. Perhaps they were born that way. I don't know. But and I've never noticed a secret handshake between the dogs. So, but maybe there is. I don't know.
Not that you know.
So, nubbin. You know when you're walking down the street, just minding your own business, you're feeling great about your day. You see $1 on the street, you pick it up. It's your lucky day. You take that $1 into the convenience store at the corner, and you decide to try that new snack you've been eyeing. Salty, meaty chunks of tree bark. Yeah! You plop that $1 down on the counter, you walk out into the street, you open that bag and plunge one of those chunks into your mouth, only to realize it is chunky, it is meaty, it is tree barky. Blah. You got exactly what you deserved, and that is nubbin.
Bunch of stuff going on for a while, and that is the word.
Tree bark.
No, I mean,
LOL hashtag.
You have it.
Oh my God, you figured out my scenarios.
The nubbins are in your mouth because if you're chewing on tree bark, that's going to grind your teeth down to just like little chiclets.
Oh, it'll grind it down to nubbins.
Yeah, little nubbins.
Yeah.
Well, in your defense, Dave, it wasn't exactly clear what nubbin was in that scenario. If it was the tree bark itself, or if it was the end result in your mouth, or if it's just the excitement you feel by having the tree bark that's flavored. Yeah.
All right, that works. Okay, we'll accept it.
I'll allow it.
I will file your definition away.
I'm just going to phone the rest of this episode in. Dave's going to win.
I just want to point out that none of us called Ryan on saying the end result in your mouth. I just want to point that out. I couldn't let it go. It was getting too long. Nobody said anything, and I was like, "Oh my God, did I really just hear that?"
Yeah, result in your mouth.
That's great.
And that's a nubbin.
I'm very happy you brought that up. Now,
Zowie. Oh,
yeah, that works. Ryan, hey, nubbin.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Just to kind of preface what's going on over here in the Seattle area down where I'm at. I'm literally in a sweat lodge right now doing this podcast.
Slut lodge is even better.
What did I even just say there? Like, I don't even know what's going on. I'm like several beers deep. It's 90 degrees in my attic where I'm actually podcasting this. So, the resulting words that are coming out of my mouth and things that are happening after this, like, I'm not responsible for that. Am I right? Can I get a little pass on this?
Yeah.
I wonder what you have coming up for nubbin here.
You get a free pass as long as you invite me to the Slut Lodge. That's all. Just one weekend in the Slut Lodge. That's all I ask.
Slut Lodge.
Oh man. Well, really, like, you know what? I'm Dave is trading off Lippin basically, right? And I'm gonna basically pull a me from that same episode. And really what nubbin is, it's basically in that same family of movies as Breakin' and Lippin', basically. But this one, it's even more hardcore because it has kind of like a murder ball spin to it almost. It's interesting. So nubbin basically was a group of hardcore amputee parkour athletes, basically.
Oh man, they could just do little cartwheels, but that's it. But it was still pretty impressive. Oh my god,
I feel so terrible. Oh my god,
you shouldn't. It's fucking art. I mean, it's beautiful what these guys can do. I mean, the thing is like the human spirit. It can't be crushed. You can cut off arms. You can cut off legs. You can cut it all off. But you know what? You're not going to stop me from nubbin. Right? You know, you're going to go on the mean streets of New Orleans, the mean streets of Des Moines, Iowa, and you're going to be just fucking nubbing the shit out of these schools, like these fucking skate parks. These other punks are here. You know what, dude? Can you try doing this without legs? Try doing this without a head. You know what I mean? Like, that's nubbin. That's what it is.
Des Moines got some mean streets. Most of them are one ways.
Yeah, try carking on those, Bob. Right? You know,
fucking, it's just impossible. It's just impossible. I am in love with this absolutely awful fucking definition.
Amputee parkour.
Like, just the number of people that will write in. We will get like a record number of people writing in on this.
Wow.
I mean, wow.
Is this an angry letter that you expect to be written in?
Yeah, because it's like, you know, the insensitivity.
How? How?
Yeah, see, it's not going to be very legible. This is going to be like,
how?
It's going to be like like big giant finger painting.
How?
And we really stepped that up. We're like, you know what? If you're offended, check this out.
Okay.
Well, that's the thing about Word Rango. If you didn't know, we're always over delivering.
Fuck.
Right in your mouth.
I can't even.
Finishing in your mouth.
All right, so let's say you get the angry letter. This is what I'm anticipating, okay? Yeah, Rango! I have had a struggle my entire life, and I found that your episode number 46 to be disgraceful and distasteful. I may be a premier parkour amputee, and I may have trophies for across the world where I've competed in tournaments and banged more people than you could ever fucking dream of, and collected more fucking checks and dollar bills you could ever dream of. But it's still my struggle, and that was for you to make fun of. How dare you? You look for your fucking ESPN special and put you on fucking notice, because we parkour v. Washington.
Sincerely, the homestyle one-up.
You know what I find offensive? I find it offensive that the people at the Slut Lodge are trying to multitask.
This is true.
Just do one thing at a time. Get that out of your mouth first, and then write me a letter.
Yeah, I'm just nubbing with that. It's so good, but so terrible. I have to wipe this slobber off of my pen. Okay, so nubbin. You guys probably would prefer to know what the actual definition of this is. I believe, yeah, we have all three from you guys. Nubbin, it's a noun, and it means something as an ear of Indian corn, as an example, that is small for its kind, or stunted, undeveloped, or imperfect. And the second definition is a small, usually projecting part or bit. So it's kind of what you expect. A nubbin is a small thing that's small for its size, or it's kind of a little stunted thing that kind of sticks out, that projects out a little bit. That's a nubbin. A nub is kind of the other alternate thing, but it's not as fun to say. I was
right.
Sure. It's not as fun to say nub, but it's more fun to say nubbin. So
right. So
nubbin.
like you could, it's like that little weird piece of corn you get in Chinese food that like looks like corn, but it's like really tiny.
Well, you know that can't be real corn, right? That's not real corn.
I don't know what it is. It's got to be like some dehydrated, like reverse.
Nobody's
Back
ever
to
given
the Future
me,
2 kind of shit, you know?
And nobody's ever.
Shit.
Yeah.
Actually, that's where it came from. When Marty McFly went to the future, he discovered baby corn, and so he brought it back and then decided to start growing it to become a millionaire. These things are crazy. Let's,
It's like corn, but it's a baby.
Yeah.
No, it's like, I mean, so you know how they like put the little pizza in the oven and then it pops out and becomes a big one? It's like they take the future corn, you bring it back to the past, and you put it in the oven and you bake it, and then it becomes really tiny.
So
it's like the reverse
baking
style.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the reverse. Okay, because I was gonna say, are we just not doing it right? Like it came from the future, we're just not letting it cook long enough to become actual real corn.
It's reverse corn girl. It's
We need to quit this show right now and start marketing future corn.
future corn.
That's actually the name of their next album, so we might get sued.
Future corn.
It's when they start doing dubstep, then they're future corn.
Freak on a leash. So that's nubbin. We have one more word this week, and yes, Bob, you can finally give us your word. Bob, what's your word this week?
Oh, the winning word of the week this week is palpabration. Palpabration.
Palpabration?
Palpabration.
Palpabration?
Palpabration.
Ryan, how do you think it's spelled?
It's PAL, like your pal, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then PABRATION, like what your pal does to you. He vibration.
So close. It's PALPEBRATION. Palpabration.
Vibration.
That actually changes it a little bit for me, because that palpa, it's different palpeb. I'm kind of working my way through this right now.
Oh, don't worry. I'll cut this out in post.
It's like some word ghost coming in now.
I'm the word
This
ghost.
episode is haunted.
It's a haunted word ghost. Palpabration. Shit. Ryan, what do you think it means?
Well, this is a really tough one to define, but really, I mean, I think when it comes down to it, like palpabration, we all know palp means touch, right? And abrade, I mean, I'm breaking this down Suzik style. I hope you don't mind that I'm kind of pulling, one of your.
Yeah.
Anyway,
you're just doing it better than I could, which is what I was trying to do.
I'm just knocking this shit out of the park right now. Is the thing. So palp means touch, right? And abrade means feel. And then the shun on the end, I think it just means cotton. So it's basically the touch, the feel of cotton.
It's the Aaron Neville commercial.
It's just basically Aaron Neville's interpretation of how glorious cotton is.
So Aaron Neville is making what? Making shirts or something? Or what's going on here?
But they have the sleeves cut off, right? And so, yeah, and they're made of denim. And he's driving like an 18-wheeler. And so this is Aaron Neville hanging out, right? And he's just like, everybody plays a fool. Say it, baby. Wait, and then he's talking to his friends. He's like, hey, how does that feel? Does it touch right? Is it the touch?
Does it touch right?
Yeah, so basically it's just Aaron Neville just fucking hanging out in cotton. That's all palpabration is.
So it's an impromptu Aaron Neville rolling around in a field of cotton type situation.
I don't know if there's anything impromptu about that.
No, yeah, that man is going cross country to hunt down them cotton fields and roll around in them. Because of the tars. Oh man, I wish I could do it half as good as you. That's a good.
I need
good impression.
just 5 seconds to listen to some Aaron Neville, so that way I can successfully give you, okay. So here's what happens: you click Aaron Neville, and this is a fun game that I play with my friends every once in a while. And I listened to like 5 seconds of it. That may be all I need. So that's all I heard. It's a real fun game. You guys have to be there. Who's Dave?
Yes.
Palpabration. What do you think?
So abrasion is obviously the root of this word, the core, the meaty core, the 6-pack ab of this word. is abrasion. So that's like rough, something that just kind of roughs your skin up, just gives you a little scabby skin. And palpabrasion is actually what happens to people. It's similar to Captain Crunch mouth. This is what you get when you drink a lot of pulpy orange juice.
Ooh, yeah.
And you start to get that pulp caught in your teeth, and your tongue is trying to lick it out. And you start messing up the roof of your mouth and your gums, and you just start getting a lot of. It starts getting really sensitive, and all the acidity and everything starts. You get a lot of abrasions on the inside of your mouth. So that's palpabrasion, which is again very similar to eating Captain Crunch cereal. It's tough because orange juice is delicious, right?
It is.
But like the more of it you drink, the more damage you're doing to yourself, and the acidity doesn't help the exposed gum flesh.
Ugh.
So like the more you drink it, the more you start messing your gums up. But you're like, man, it's so good. I need more of it, and so it's a vicious cycle. It's tough to get caught up in. It's tough to get out of.
Okay, so here's what you do. Let's say now this is like the hardest of hardcore. You can go with this.
Mm-hmm.
You brush your teeth. Okay.
Ooh.
Then you pull out a bowl. You pour some Captain Crunch in it, okay?
Okay.
And then, instead of milk, you use orange juice.
Oh, no.
Then you got this toothpaste orange juice combo. Then you got this orange juice Captain
It's like
Crunch
peanut butter
combo.
and chocolate. I mean, if you've never experienced this at home, please brush your teeth, then just pound a big glass of orange juice because it's quality time.
I don't think it's anything like peanut butter and orange juice.
But when you combine the three, you're getting that full experience. You're getting that awful toothpaste meets orange juice dealio. And then you cut your fucking mouth open to make that worse using the Captain Crunch. And then meanwhile, that's when all the pulpy orange juice comes in to take care of the rest, too.
Oh my God. This is like the food equivalent of like watching the second and third Matrix movies after you've seen the first one for the first time. It's like you're so excited. You're like, man, this is a great movie. Where could this go? And then you're like, oh, fuck. Orange juice plus Captain Crunch plus
brushing your teeth?
Brushing my teeth? Oh my God.
Now,
if you would have just had
when
that
you said it like
juice.
that, that sounds like the modern day equivalent of tar and feathering. Like first, we're just gonna slather you with peanut butter, then we're gonna throw Captain Crunch at you, and then pour orange juice on you, and then send you out into the town square.
I almost think it would be worse in your mouth. Like I would much rather be coated in all of those things and be eating those things.
Yeah.
Together.
Yeah, I could feel that. That's good, and that's also awful. For me, palpabration. I did have something. Shit, I need to write things down more. I really had something just now, and then I really got into what Dave had to say.
You want me to help you out, Dave Finkel style?
No, I don't ever want you to help me out. I want to prove once and for all, Bob, that I don't need you. I can do this on my own. Thank you very much. I need you to edit the show, though.
When's that going to happen?
Not as long as I need you to edit the show. No. No, shit. I'm so sidetracked right now. I really did have... I got it. Okay, there we go. Every once in a while, you just need to... Okay, cut all of that out, Bob. Do that for me.
Yeah, I'll catch that in post.
Palpabration. What it is I don't know if you guys ever did this when you were younger, but I definitely did. Whenever I had a sandwich, I realized something weird about me. I love smushing my sandwiches down. Like flattening them the fuck out.
You mean like stepping on them with your bare feet?
No, not with my bare feet.
It's not like sexy smashing, like...
No, I mean like you literally flatten it.
There are some dark places on the internet that you hang out, Dave.
Yeah. He loves
just the
he
darkest.
loves fucking foot crushing videos. That's just, it's upsetting that exists.
Well,
and it's
that's
on
like
goddamn YouTube too.
That's like, appetizer base. I mean, that's how you start off a sexy evening.
What crushing chicken
like
quesadillas beneath your feet or something?
Like crushing marshmallows, like crushing cups of milkshake.
Do you mind if we maybe get some
avocados?
mozzarella sticks with some marinara? That sounds really good. Oh nope, your feet. Okay,
yeah,
appetizer feet.
We're having sex with food, right?
Yeah, basically. But my thing though has nothing sexual to it. I just okay, so there were times where I would take like a sack lunch to school. And I got, classic PB&J. I'm classic like that. I love that. Get me some raspberry jam. Fuck all your other ones. You communists. Raspberry's where it's at.
Strawberry's okay.
Strawberry's fine, but raspberry. Like if you want to be upper class, you go raspberry. But what you do is every once in a while I pull the sandwich out and it's like, oh man, I had this all like in my bag and it got all smushed and it's all like flattened now. And how sometimes you pull the sandwich out, it's been kind of hanging out for a while and it's all just like tight, pressed together. And then I realized I like the taste of that. And you kind of get hooked on that. Like whenever I say I'm not lying on this show, it usually means I am, but I am legitimately, this time, you can trust me. I did have a sandwich today and I fucking put that thing in like a paper towel, fold that shit over, and I push it down. And I do that sometimes because I am all about palpabration, which is smashing your sandwiches down, compacting your food, not just sandwiches, but compacting your food so that way it tastes better to you. And
it's like when you make a Mai Tai and you have to like muddle mint. Just a little bit just to let out those essential oils. You're trying to extract the sandwich oils and like get it all on the outside and mixed together and like, unlock its true taste potential. Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. I can appreciate that.
I do the same thing with bagels.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Okay.
You may think I'm lying, but I actually do. When you go to the grocery store and, like you're getting your bagels for the day, let's say you got a nice...
do you smash someone else's bagels?
Just goes around punching people's bagels.
I should now that I think about that.
Like, I don't like the tast of it, but I like fucking people.
It's like you're in a fucking crew that's going to try and like enlighten people, Like we already have like our optometrist crew. Now we have to fucking get our like bagel smashing crew that is palpabrating other people's food.
I like that.
No, that totally makes sense. I think, Cezak, I'm kind of in the same boat, like, because like you get like a sack lunch and shit like that when you're a kid, and like, oh shit, got smashed, but then you're like, God, I kind of like this a little bit. It's actually kind of better.
You discover it. Bob, I cut you off. What were you going to say? I want to know this story, actually. Like, I legitimately do.
Yeah.
Oh, well, now I'll probably cut this out in post. But when I go and I get a nice, like, cheesy jalapeno thing, I'll put it in the bag. Okay. So I'll put the, like, 1 or 2 or however many I'm getting in the bag. And then I will, and I've watched people look at me just weirdly, and I will put both my hands on the outside of the bag once I've rolled it up, and I will just crush that bag down. So my bagels are like wafer thin.
Are you shouting obscenities while you do it? Like, you're my fucking bagels. Fucking you like that? Your jalapeno and cheese, huh?
Yep.
That's the only way to do it.
That is the only way.
So then when you're eating them in the car on the way home, they're nice and all that air is out of there, and they're nice and moist, and they're right there in your mouth hole.
I think that's it's like more concentrated, right? Because like the other stuff is just like, you're basically just saying like, I like this, but like, I wish it was like more compact, right? It's like, like you don't like your cell phone to be like the Zach Morris cell phone, right? You want it to be smaller. And the same thing with like food and your bagels. You're like, well, I can have that thing, but let's just compress the shit out of it. So it's like more flavor.
I save so much chewing time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But it's not only that. There's something, I'm like the type of person that eats too fast usually. And part of it is that I don't take tiny bites. I take enormous fucking bites that fill my whole mouth. And I love it because then I just have all the flavors at once. And I'm just constantly like, like that's like Bob goes, nom, nom, nom. I'm like, I can like, because my mouth has to be open in order for all this food to fit in. And I do that.
It must be hard for you to chew.
Yeah, but it's so worth it. And sometimes it's like the food's touching the back of my throat, but I'm still like have most of it in the front of my mouth because there's so much. So I'm just like,
are we still talking about food?
I may as well unhinge my jaw like a snake and just swallow it whole. But I mean, I love doing that. So the best way to do it is just compact it all. So that way I have this big food ball that just up in my fucking gullet and just enjoy it. And that's palpabration, is smushing it all together. And it can apply to so many other different foods. I mean, like if you have a bag of chips and you get near the end and there's like a couple chips and it's like, whatever, you just crush it all together and then you just lift it up and just dump it into your fucking mouth and get it all, get all those crumbs.
Well, I'm actually a big fan. I mean, as you know, I did the juicing thing for a while, liquefying stuff. So like Oreos,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like I'm not going to eat an Oreo. I'm not going to dunk an Oreo in milk. I'm not going to do that whole twist it off, lick the cream, put it back together, eat
So
it
what
that way.
vegetables do Oreos go good with?
No. Here's what you do. Essentially, this is like the non juicing version. This is the more decadent side of things. Just take like a little highball glass or a mug, put like as many Oreos as will fit in that thing. Then fill up the cup with 3/4 of the way with milk, and then mush it together with a spoon, and then just dump it on in, man. Just scoop it on up, gobble it down. It is like the best, man. It is just so good.
So maybe palpabration is more doing weird shit with your food. Like, I mean, like there are simple, more commonly accepted things. Like I get, it's like doing stuff with frozen pizzas. Like I do that all the time. Like sometimes I'm adding shredded cheese and then I fucking douse it in ranch and then just fucking like fold it in half because that's the only way I eat pizza and shove it in my mouth.
Listen, every frozen pizza should be a taco.
It should.
This is like some kind of weird like food fetishes, but like not in a sexual way. It's like just some shit that you picked up a long time ago and you're like, you guys don't do that? Like, 'cause I thought I was weird. I was going to share a story about how, like, I don't like eating string cheese cold, so I kind of, like, warm it up a little bit. It's kind of like a mozzarella stick.
You would get along great with my fiance because she straight up takes string cheese, melts it in a little bowl, and then has melted like mozzarella. And the problem is then she leaves the bowl out for a little while, so it all crusts up. And I'm the one that does the dishes all the time. And so like I always have to fucking deal with that.
Unforgivable. It's like those people who get the string cheese, like open up the package and then just bite it. Like, you don't even rip it in a little bit. Like, what the fuck is the point? Like,
Nobody does that, Dave. You're living in a fantasy world.
When I was younger and I used to live with my parents, we would get blocks of cheese, and I did that.
You were just born to be living in that state, weren't you?
I took a fucking bite out of the cheese because I thought it'd be awesome to do it. And then it's like, what the fuck are you doing?
Goddamn Wisconsin. What the hell are you guys doing over there?
Like, I used to do shit like that all the time. Like, there were times where I would
now when you say used to, do you mean like yesterday?
No, this was legitimately when I was younger. I learned how to make dough.
Like this morning?
No, I learned how to make dough. So I would take like cups of flour and mix all this shit up and make dough and kind of experiment sometimes. And then I'd also fucking mix in a whole bunch of sugar. So I would eat doughy sugar. Like I did that too. Because I love the texture. I love the way that you pull it apart and it sort of strings out and stuff. And I love the texture of it. And I loved sugar. So I fucking just like mixed the two and did that. And I didn't just
Mike
do that
Suzak,
once. I did
Mr.
that multiple
Midwest.
times.
Man, this is like, we almost need to like get like a blog going for like fucking weird ass food shit. Hey, have you guys ever tried taking like a whole thing of Twizzlers and then just wrapping it like on a hot dog and then heating it up in the microwave? You got the sweet, you got the fat hot dog, and you just shove it in your mouth and you get pure bliss.
Oh man, here's one for my brother, and this one I think everybody
And then
does.
if you want, you could juice it.
Like if you ever had Gushers, or if you ever had fruit roll-ups or fruit by the foot, like you know how it's like fruit by the foot. It's like, oh, this big long string thing, and you're supposed to eat it bit by bit. I know that he did this, and I definitely did this too, where you just fucking ball the whole thing up and just shove it all in your mouth. Yeah. Like it's like you get a whole thing of fruit snacks, and who eats fruit snacks one by one? I was the sort of kid that was
Communist.
like, get them all in there right now. Like, don't wait. What are you doing with all those Gushers? Are you really gonna pair off the Gushers by color? No, you're gonna shove them all in your fucking mouth and enjoy the flavor sensation of like 10 Gushers in your mouth.
You're like fucking Chris Farley. You just need to be put the fuck down right now. Like, don't you have any taste? Man. Don't you have any sense of decorum? Like, it boggles my mind that the guy I am, and coming from where I come from, and saying the things I say, am appalled right now at your behavior. I'm just so
you're fucking like Oreo, like fucking.
Don't even talk.
Yeah, but I have the good sense. I have the good sense to do it alone in my house with the lights off, like the shameful activity it is. I'm not out in public just smashing handfuls of fucking fruit Gushers into my face.
I like to show the people who I am. Okay.
Yeah,
and they can accept me for who I am.
He's not afraid to mention that he likes 10 Gushers in his mouth.
Touche.
Well, at least we have the podcast artwork for the week.
Oh shit!
Why am I not ever gonna win one of these shows?
Oh fuck!
All right, did we finish this definition? Where are we? What
I know.
time is
Wow,
it?
like the fucking food cast. Just
Okay,
nailed it.
so
Yeah, I think we're done.
So that's palpabration. Those are our guesses for palpabration. Holy fuck, that was great. We now have to start the Word Rango recipe book, the Word Rango cookbook.
Hey Dave,
Yo.
Oreo G. Right? I mean,
Oh my god, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm putting on a fucking.
Orgeo?
I'm putting on an Orgeo. Yeah, I'm starting the Evite right now, and I'm putting on a too small bathrobe as we speak. Too small for me. Does not ride low. Getting out my oils. Oh, it's on. It's
Nice.
Bob, what does palpabration mean?
Palpabration. I'm doing it right now. It's repeated blinking or winking, especially if uncontrolled and persistent. So that guy at the store who just, it's like, are your eyes too dry? Do you have a problem? It's that guy. The guy who can't stop winking or blinking at you. So really it's the guy who's bagging your groceries. That guy.
It's just blinking way too. Like, I mean, is it a frequency? Is it like just nonstop blinking, or is it like really long, pronounced blinks? Like, I mean, or either
No,
count.
it's not like he's trying to invite you to sexy time. It's not like he's oh, look at me. Oh, I get the smoky bedroom eyes. No, it's I got the weird crazy eyes. I can't stop this. You're looking at me like I got some sort of malfunction, and I do. It's palpabration.
All right.
I mean, if you could see this right now, I mean, I'm going to town on it.
Yeah.
Ugh.
See, I liked it better when it was some kind of Morse code for like he's like being human trafficked to like pack your groceries or some shit, and you're just like thinking that he's got some kind of like problem or something like that. He's like, no, save me, seriously. Like I get one meal a day and it's bread and water and then just some Oreos mashed up with some milk in a cup. That's my meal for the day.
It is all still sounding pretty delicious to me though.
The bread.
Yeah, I am.
The human trafficking?
I'm stuck on this. I'm sorry. I'm just stuck on the mashing stuff together. Okay, so we have. This is a long show.
It is.
Yeah, we should probably just cut the.
You think we'll just cut the
Whatchamacallit.
scenario this week?
Yeah, I think that's probably for the best.
Let's do a quick one. Mike.
Let's cut the scenario.
yeah, I was
Bob's
like,
like, okay, we're gonna do a quick one though. Okay, all right, sounds good. All right.
Mike, this is a single person.
Oh God damn it!
I want you to give me 15 seconds
Okay.
of you smashing a sandwich. Go.
Okay.
Oh, all right. It's a wet one. It must be an Italian. I'm gonna guess an Italian. Oh, that sounds doughy.
Cut your
This
This
crust
actually
off
sounds like
after
Gushers.
this. Cut that crust off after this. I'm gonna eat it separately.
So
Probably
he talks.
superimpose this over something.
I hope you have sexy music to overlay over this. All right, now he's crying, which means he's completed. He's finished.
Who am I? Who am I?
And scene.
Finished in his mouth. Nice.
God, my palms hurt so much right now.
Yeah, that's that scenario.
Well, hopefully I just scared off whatever listeners we had.
He's spent.
Yeah, I'm very spent right now and hungry. So we have to get to our votes, but first we need to do some real quick things with the escalator pitches. And Dave, I think you're first.
Yeah.
for
As
it.
you all know, my word is carking, which is great because you can say it in the Canadian like kirking, or you can say it like in the Finnish like kirking. It's a really fun word to say. You think about fat ladies trying to do 3-point turns and parallel carking in the middle of the street. It's a good fun time word, and it's highbrow way to say somebody is being all up in your grill. All up in the cool. No, what is it? All up in the mix, but don't know the flavor of the Kool-Aid. God damn it! I fucked up. Now you guys aren't gonna vote for the obviously wonderful word that is carking.
All right.
All up in the Kool-Aid, don't know the flavor. That's it.
Well,
Open
that was
the Kool-Aid. What?
It's you're all up in the Kool-Aid, but you don't know the flavor.
Well, great proposal, Hinkle. We'll get right on creating this apartment complex.
Thanks.
Ryan, titty nope.
Oh man, all up in that crystal light, but you don't. Does that work?
But,
as well?
but you got no Sunny D.
But all up in that crystal light, but half the calories.
Yeah, you know, I mean, guys, why say titty yes when you can say titty nope?
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Right.
I mean, titty nope means titty yes. Am I getting you guys to vote for this? Because I mean, I feel like that's all I got, right?
That's
I mean,
that's the Nancy Reagan catchphrase. I remember say no to titties.
Is that how she got Ronald Reagan elected? Did she flash a little titty nope for this?
No, but I like that, like, still in 2014, that like our talk about mastectomies is fucking. We still reference Nancy Reagan. Nice work, Dave.
Yeah, no problem.
There have been like more recent mastectomies too.
Yeah, Angelina Jolie.
Yeah,
I believe.
yeah.
yeah.
She
I mean,
had
come
one,
on, dude. At least if you're gonna talk about getting tits cut off, let's at least talk about.
Well, I did not know that happened with her. I mean, I just watched what was it, Gia, the other night. Man,
No, you watch. I think you watch. What is it, Geely or something?
Shit, man, Ben
Yeah, that's what I
Affleck's
watched.
really.
Yeah. So good one, Dave. All right, me nubbin. Nubbin is okay. So I said earlier that you can also say nub for the definition for this word, but you just are better off saying nubbin. And frankly, I think it's better that we do say nubbin because the hit movie about the the parkour kings is fantastic. And yeah, I mean, just nubbing it is what's up. You know, you want to be nubbing it. It is. I'll go with the typical Dave Hinkle. It's fun to say. 2 syllables. It's, you know, you got the double B in there. It's a great word, and I think it deserves your vote. We had some other really funny stuff with nubbin too. Right now, all I'm thinking about is just going and fixing a sandwich. So let's just move on. Bob, palpabration.
And why are you thinking about fixing that sandwich? Palpabration. Sure, friends, it's about repeated blinking or winking uncontrollably like that guy at the grocery store, but we have brought you some fun food smashing fetish. That is why you should vote for Palpabration. Palpabration 2016.
Vote time. Dave, you have to pick first. You have to pick between titty nope, nubbin, and palpabration.
I got to go nubbin number 1.
Yeah.
Because, man, I mean, if there's
Nubbin
any
it,
secret
nubbin it,
society we
nubbin it.
all want to be a part of, it's the paraplegics.
Nubbin it, nubbin it, nubbin it.
So I got to go nubbin number 1, and then I got to go.
I'm nubbing it.
I'm nubbing it. And number 2, sorry, Bob, but I got to go titty nope on it. It's got titty in it. It's got titty.
I want to see some titties.
That's how you guarantee the Hinkle vote. All right, I have to pick next, and I have to pick between titty nope, palpabration, and car king. And oh lord, you guys really fucking brought your A game this week, because anytime that I laugh at the very like essence of your words, just the fact that they exist always gets me. And so yes, Bob, you are correct. I just can't vote for palpabration in this. I have to go car king and titty nope. And you know, I think I have to go in that order too, because if you really want to get suited up in a car, you want to be treated like royalty, you go to the car king. So car king is definitely number 1. Titty nope, though, just incredible that this is a word. And not only that, I mean, I find it incredible that both titty nope and car king have some pretty legit definitions too. And you know, if you want to just call out that last wing when you're with friends, or that last, you know, mozzarella stick or cheese curd or fry or something, you're like titty nope.
Yep.
So that has to be my number 2. Ryan, you have to pick between car king, nubbin, and palpabration.
Yeah, tough again. Like it is every week, because I mean we're pros, right? At this point,
We are pros. Yeah.
yeah. So I mean, I think when it comes down to it, I think I'm gonna go number 1. I'm gonna go nubbin.
Oh
Because
yeah.
like I really like I like that it's also kind of like a word that's like building on top of another word. Like you had lippin, you had nubbin. Like who knows what you're gonna have next week? But I imagine it's gonna be in that lexicon of like, you know, break-in, nubbin, lippin. You know, it's like that Renegade whatever the fuck movie, you know, from the 80s, which is, you know, so popular.
Renegade.
Well, yeah, that video game Renegade. No. And then number 2, we're gonna go with car king, because
Nice.
Kikukaki.
King.
And Bob, you have to close this out with Car King, Titty Nope, and Nubbin.
I'm so hungry right now. Just so hungry. What word should I vote for? Okay, I'll tell you what. I'm going to go quick because the show has been about 15 hours long, which means I only have to edit for about 3,600 hours. So number one, I'm not voting for your word, Dave.
Oh, no.
I'm not. I'm voting for you because you were obviously funnier than me this week.
Thank
so
you.
I'm going to vote for Dave.
Thank you. King Kong, Car King.
So wait, that's a vote for Dave, but not his word, correct?
Ooh,
Correct.
Okay.
Disqualified.
So I'm striking it down that way. Dave gets... Okay, next.
And because there were 10 gushers going off in your mouth at the same time, Mike, I'm going to vote for Nubbin.
All right, so Nubbin is number one. And let's see. Would Dave have won anyways? No, we would have been tied. All right, that means I do win.
Damn it.
I mean, technically, Car King and Nubbin would be tied, but because he gave the vote specifically to Dave and not Car King, that means Nubbin wins. I win this
call
week.
shenanigans.
Technicality, a Fail Mary, if you will.
Shit. Okay, now that you dropped that on me, I know what I need to do. Congrats, Dave. Congrats, Mike. Car King and Nubbin are both your fucking words of the week.
Yeah.
You know, I shouldn't be disappointed at all. Car King is fantastic. And by all means, Titty Nope should have been right there. It should have been a three-way tie somehow because these three goddamn words are so good. This is great. I'm sorry, Bob, but, step your game up. If you want to write into us this week, an angry letter using a pen in your mouth.
Yeah, probably directed at Mike or Dave.
Directed at me or Dave, or I guess Ryan, you're included in the hate mail this week. Bob, how do they do that?
Well, if you don't want to send a hate mail to me, you can send it to us at wordrango@gmail.com. You can also visit us on Facebook, where we post fun stuff seemingly all the time. It's facebook.com/wordrango. A little Twitter love at twitter.com/wordrango to our friends this week.
I'm sorry to bring this up now, but I can't remember if Mike actually said the rules of the show at the beginning or not. I don't know if that's a thing or not.
Four words, 2 men enter. Wait, what? What rules?
That's it. Did you go through that?
No. Why? What do you mean?
Oh, I just figured you would want to say the rules of what we do on the show at the beginning of the show.
This isn't episodic. It's not serialized. Or the opposite. I don't know. Whatever the shit.
Okay, so maybe what we need to do is construct new rules. And if people want to give us nice little one-liners, I can say, because I stumble over it all the time. And I know some people are going to be like, oh, Word Rango, where the words are made up and the points don't matter. I know that's whose line is it anyway, so that doesn't really work for me. It has to be more us, And so...
Well, the words aren't made up?
Well... Mine aren't.
Are we having a freaking editor, like a creative
We're having an editorial meeting right now.
How do you want to handle this thing?
So
right in the middle.
If you tweet us at Word Rango with suggestions, we'll listen to them, and that would be great. The rules are pretty straightforward. We all bring words, and it's fun, and it sounds so weird And I think, though, that the end result, I hope that everybody agrees, is really funny. I know I laugh every week, and I don't laugh because I have to. I laugh because I genuinely find the people that I do this show with absolutely hilarious. And this shit that they come up with just has me reeling for the next week. I think about it during the week all the time. And I feel bad because I think it's weird when I listen to the show just for editing purposes to try and just see if there's any mistakes or to see if Bob left any Easter eggs in there for me. I listen for those things, but it just doesn't feel as great. And I want to hope that the people out there that are downloading are enjoying it. And if you really are, please share the show. If you send people to bit.ly/wordrango, it'll take them to their iTunes page. You can go there and you can leave us a 5-star review and leave us a couple words of encouragement. It really does help us. I say it every fucking week, but it really does help us. And it's awesome when people do. And just any sort of sharing of the episode episodes, stuff that you find funny. We're on SoundCloud, soundcloud.com/wordrango, I believe. We're on Stitcher if you need that. Wordrango.com is good as well. And these are all just different avenues, and we try and put something together that's free entertainment every week. And if you enjoy it, please do strongly consider telling a friend. It would be really helpful to us. It would mean a lot.
Or your congressman.
Or your congressman.
Yeah.
Call them up and just hold the episode up to the phone. They'll be perfectly fine with sitting for about an hour and 15.
Or perhaps you could write your congressman a letter. Dear Congressman, I love this,
Ask for arms first, and then ask for better access to our show second. I mean, you got to treat yourself first. It's like when the plane's going down, you got to put your mask on before you put the kids on.
There's so much wrong with this. I need to stop you immediately. Oh, Lord. Bob, edit that out. And that does it. That's our show this week and possibly for forever. This has been Word Rango. We love you all.
Can I, before we close out, can I request something, guys?
What?
Can Aaron Neville please sing us out?
Go ahead, Ryan.
I don't know much, but I know I love you. Let me. I need to know where Rango.
That was like Aaron Neville yodeling.
Everything's gonna be all right.
Yeah, it's all gonna get better. This is like like if we were all collectively, this show was like a gay teenager in high school. Like, yeah, shit's pretty rough right now, bro. Like, I'm sorry, you're getting hazed, people are making fun of you, but it gets better. And once you're an adult, then you're gonna find a coffee shop you like and your favorite brunch spot, and you're gonna thrive, and you're gonna have a lot of friends, and people are gonna love you, and they won't be able to live without you. Little word, Rango.
Can we just stop the show right now and just go have brunch?
I'm fine with that.
Hey man, I could take an omelet right now.